leaves, the beans, everything, because that is supposed to be the best thing to have. And I'm glad that he's chosen those along with the local Goan flavor and the spices to add and his expertise. And it's going to be a wonderful afternoon, I can assure you. And again, I would like to thank Raj and Ashwini from Goan Spice Farm and Nilisha from Narla for the wonderful ingredients that will add flavor to the dishes. And of course, I cannot miss out on Bharati, who has done so much work and with so much enthusiasm to bring it all together, along with Jogita and our coordinator Aman, who is working on all the sounds and everything. So a big round of applause to everybody who is working towards the cause of cancer. And like we always say, cancer, which is the big C, cancer or COVID, at this time, maybe it may sound like COVID is a big thing, but I know that it's going to be cancer ultimately. With the amount of requests that we are getting from people, for helping them in their finances because they've lost out on many things. I think an initiative like this will really go a very, very long way. So once again, thank you to each one of you for being here and for learning. Bye, and over to you, Avinash.
So, Bharti,
yeah. So over to Avinash, and I'm back again with my mask. So we're going to start cooking with. We are making two dishes today: the shakoti and the one with mooli and the moringa leaf. So I'm not the culinary queen. I'm terrible. This is the domain which I don't execute. And the sponsors, we want Raj and Ashwini. Over to you guys. I want you to say a few words about what you are doing about uplifting, the Goan spices and showcasing it to the world. So I do want you to say something about your project, what you're doing, and again, this is something which Raj and Ashwini don't do on a daily basis. They've gone back to their land to create these spices so that it's such a need of PR that we know what we're putting into our mouth, and they work relentlessly. The best coconut hair oil I use is from them, and Narla does the best cooking oil. We use it every day at home. So we have this amazing package of people. So over to Ashwini and Raj first, and for them to say a few words, and then we go over to the dynamic young entrepreneur Nilisha. So over to you, Raj and Ashwini. Please say a few words before we pass the mic on to Nilisha.
First of all, thanks Bharti, thanks Avinash, and thanks Vandana for giving us this opportunity to be a part of this. Y'all can hear me, right? Okay. So, well, I started getting interested in agriculture maybe about 7 to 8 years ago and started managing our family farm. And then after starting to manage, I realized that, it was difficult to sustain a farm by selling our produce raw and at wholesale rates. So we started, that's how the Goan Farm brand was born. And we started off with turmeric, which we were growing on the farm. And for the first year, it started selling decently well. So while that was selling, we added a few more products. We added pepper, we added our coconut oil. And then we realized that, why not make this a brand that showcases Goan farm products from other farmers also. So we started adding things like Goan red rice. All of these products are organically grown. They're absolutely pure. And I think so they're selling extremely well. In fact, right now with the turmeric, we're facing a supply side issue. till last year, when we started off, the harvest was from March to May, and it took us almost a whole year till February to sell off our product. This year, we're sold out in 2 months, and I have a serious problem with the turmeric part of it.
So my cooking, the haldi is a favorite gift. So any of you all, if you'll invite me to your home, you will get a bag of haldi from me, because that's a very good thing to take out to everyone in the rest of India, because it's really, the flavor is really amazing, and I love the packaging. Love.
amazing.
Thanks a lot, Bharti. So we are still a very small operation, and it's more like a homestead brand that we have. So I'll hand it over to Nilisha. You can actually get in touch with us at thegoonfarm@gmail.com. And we are also on Instagram you can just follow the Go On Farm. So over to Nilisha.
Hi everyone.
Young
I'm so happy to be here, and thank you to Bharti for thinking of us to include us in this, this cause. And we're very happy to be associated. And Raj's story is something similar. I was in Bombay and I was working in Godrej. I'm basically from a brand and communication background, and I decided to take a break and come back to Goa. The break never ended, and I discovered such lovely things that we have in our state. And we started off with coconut oil. It was just I had given a small bottle of coconut oil to a friend of mine in Bombay, and she really felt the difference. And then I started researching and found out what a great opportunity we have in our small state. And that's how I started with just one product, virgin coconut oil. And now we have a slew of coconut products, coconut flour, desiccated coconut, which you guys will be using today. And we will soon be also expanding into spices, because we have seen the demand for it. We recently launched ginger powder, and we have received a really good response. And in fact, Raj and I have collaborated earlier with the coconuts. I've taken it from his farm before. So it's a very small community, and we all help out each other, and I'm so happy to be here. And Bharti, a big thank you. You were one of the first stores that we kept our products in, and I can never forget the leg up that you gave us. Thank you.
Aman, can you unmute me, please? Unmute. Yes, Aman. Okay, so Nilisha hasn't spoken enough about herself. She does very good soap, I have to tell you. So Tuk Tuk is going to now tie up with Nilisha and do our own soap brand, which I will now bother her till the cows come home. And now she is also, the biggest thing which she's missed out is you can buy Nilisha's products online on Amazon.
Thanks.
So she now has become this big entrepreneur, and we have to take an appointment to see her. But the thing is, her stuff is available online. So if you see that sticker on her stuff, if you see we've done her branding and sent it, you can order her stuff all online, even the coconut flour, and there's soap, there's, what is the other coconut thing you're doing, Nilisha?
The desiccated coconut, and we have also launched now coconut vinegar. And
Yes.
very soon we'll be coming out with these really cute coconut bowls.
Yes, so we sell the coconut bowls and the spoons at Tuk Tuk. So, so Nilisha is like a huge package, so you can contact her, you can follow her on Instagram, and you can see whatever she's up to. So, I mean, the oil is also shipped online. So, we are very sorry we couldn't get you the oil because of this COVID. There were some issues with the supply chain, so we couldn't get you the oil, but you could order the oil online. So now, thank you, Nilisha. Keep watching and keep writing the recipe down. Now we're going to go over to Chef Avinash Martin so we can start cooking. Ladies, I hope you have your pans ready. He's Speedy Gonzalez. We've been seeing him prepping, and I got very nervous. I said, Avinash, slow down. बहुत जल्दी मत करो. So this dynamic duo, as I call them, so Avinash is, you'll always see Avinash, and then you'll see one short lady next to him, his wife is. So they are like the dynamic duo. Cavatina wouldn't be Cavatina if it was not for both of them. The desserts are to die for. I just want to tell you, he's paying for my next dietitian's bill. I keep saying it over and over again, but it's true. Every Saturday we get food from him. Their heart is larger than the largest. They support all the causes that we do, and today he's here in person. Over to you, Avinash. Go slow.
Yes.
Be clear so the ladies like me can follow.
Yes, ma'am.
All the best. So I'm going to leave you with Avinash.
Thank you everyone, and welcome first of all our participants. A big thank you to Bharti from Tuk Tuk, Jogita, the whole full team. I mean, I'm honored to be present here and to do this cooking demo for such a wonderful cause. Yes, we are in a situation where COVID has kind of taken over all of our lives at the moment, but cancer is going to be there for a long time. It's been there, it's going to be there. And what better than actually heal through food? You know, it's been, Ayurveda has been talking about this, and all these yogis have been talking about it, that you need to eat healthy and you need to live well. So we're building around the same concept. Today, what I'm going to be showing you, showing you is a miracle ingredient, which is moringa. I'm not going to discuss all the health benefits. I'm sure all of you guys know the health benefits of moringa. But I'm going to be showing you two simple recipes which are very easy, nothing complicated about it. As I talk and as I cook, Bharti's already said that I'm a Speedy Gonsalves. I'm not. I'm going to be working at a very slow pace. And please feel free to interrupt, slow me down if you think I'm going too fast. So I think we've already sent you the kits in which we've included some spices, some desiccated coconut, and some ingredients. Let me know if you've got some trouble finding substitutes and stuff like that. I can answer you there and there itself, right? So let's make this a fun and fun process. Let's make it a nice Sunday, kind of a lazy afternoon where we enjoy what we do, and that's all we are here for, right? We are here to give all the love what we have. It's not about the recipe, it's not about anything else. It's just the love what we put in, which makes our food, which is memorable and truly, as I say, for the body and for the soul. So, shall we start, Bharti?
Yes.
Okay.
You want coffee?
My coffee is on here. So you guys also can grab a coffee. I'm grabbing my coffee.
We're going to move to beer soon, so.
Okay. So we'll start off with the first recipe. The first recipe I'm going to start off by doing the moringa shakuti. Alright. So in the moringa shakuti, I sent you all a spice mix packet. So a spice mix should be having a combination of the dry spices. Then in the second part you have the wet ingredients. So the wet ingredients you have is onion. You have a small ball of tamarind. There is grated coconut. So if you have fresh coconut, well and good. If you don't have access to a fresh coconut, you can use the desiccated coconut what we've sent you. Alright, so are we on the same page? Then I have some chopped garlic, of course seasoning, salt, pepper, green chilies, and some curry leaves. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by sauteing my wet ingredients. So I'll be turning my pan on. No, I'm good. So I've kept the pan on a medium heat. I'm using coconut oil here. So it's going to take us about a minute for the pan to be heated. Again, I'm going to give you tips here and there. Always, while using a pan, make sure the pan has to be tempered. Now again, it's a jargon I'm using. When I say jargon, is all industry jargons. When I say use a heated pan, heat the pan and then put the oil so that it doesn't stick. If you put a pan and then straight away add the oil, the chances of the ingredients sticking later are more. So a simple kind of a tip. So yes, it's a medium heat on. The pan is gently heating up. I'm going to add coconut oil. The proportions are in the recipe. So just follow the recipe. It's a tried and tested recipe. So as this is heating up, I'm going to slice an onion. So I've got one onion here, which I'm going to be sauteing. So the good part about onion is onion gets you the natural sweetness in any recipe. So the more you sweeten it, the more you caramelize it, you'll get the sweetness coming out of an onion. So that's what we want to do here. Are there any questions you guys want to ask me? I can take some questions while I cook.
Hey, Avinash, love the apron, by the way.
Somebody likes my apron.
Love the apron.
Raj. Thank you. I'll get you one. I'll get you one.
We also like the apron. Jovita is softly standing here. The breeze here is posting with Jovita is standing here. We also have her on camera.
Yes, please. She can join in. And,
Yeah, come on, Jovita.
okay, I'm going to slightly increase the flame here just to get the process speeding up. इसको थोड़ा बढ़ा सकते हैं इसको Yeah, sure.
It's like weightlifting.
Yeah, it's weightlifting. It's a cast iron. It's called a Dutch oven.
Now I know how to get paid for a 40
Where do you think I have these from? Okay, so the onion is being gently browned. So we can't hurry this process up. It takes its own time. We can't fast forward it. And those of you all who are cooking along with me, well, again, no rush. Let's do it in nice, a good old fashion. I'm going to just saute it.
So anyone has any questions or any queries, you could speak out and ask Avinash, because this is the time if you need to ask, he's sorting the onions, he can speak to you.
Yes.
And give you some tips. So if anyone has a question, please do speak up and ask Avinash.
Avinash, did you add the sliced onions and the chopped onions or only the sliced onions?
Just the sliced onions. The chopped onions I'm going to add while finishing it off. So this is the first part where I'm going to be doing the wet and mixing the wet and the dry together. So this is step one.
We have got one question in the chat box from Savita Jain. Which other vegetables can be used instead of moringa?
So you can do mushroom, you can do a mixed vegetable, any gourd, which I mean a lesser water content vegetable is advisable for this particular recipe. Originally it was done with meats, so merely a country style chicken or a mutton was used. But again, we are free to use, and moringa I feel is got the right water content, the right amount of nutrition, and just apt for this particular recipe.
Anyone else?
Okay, now if you can see, it's starting to brown. You got a light brown color to it, right? So this is what we want. Now to this I'm going to add my desiccated coconut. So I've got some, the kits which been sent to you all has got desiccated coconut, but I'm going to be adding fresh coconut. I mean, if you have fresh coconut, it works as well. Desiccated also is fine. I wish I could explain better how the aromas of coconut oil, onion and the grated coconut works. It's bliss, colors, flavors of nature, so to speak. Beautiful, beautiful.
Avinash, when you're using the desiccated coconut as opposed to fresh coconut,
Yes.
do you have to soak it for some time, or you can just use it directly because it's already dry, right?
Correct. So in this particular recipe, the browning of the coconut also imparts a flavor to the dish. So in this particular recipe, I wouldn't want you to add any water to it. You can just dry broil it and then add it to the whole thing with a little water at the end while mixing, while grinding it.
Avinash, have you tried this recipe with jackfruit?
Yes, I do a substitute with jackfruit, the cuttle as we call it. In fact, in the summers when the jackfruit was in season, we did a version with that. It's called a poor man's meat, right? The jackfruit.
A superfood.
Yes, it is a superfood as well, and it's termed as the poor man's meat. So the poor man who couldn't afford meat would substitute jackfruit for meat. Amazing aromas, lovely. So I think at this point of time I would stop my broiling of the wet ingredients. So just zooming in a little bit closer, if you can have a look. Okay, I think this is the right angle. So we've got a nice golden color to it, a light brownish color, everyone. So at this point of time, I'm going to switch off my the gas. Now I'm going to assemble. I'm doing the assembly of the hot as well as the cold ingredients. So starting off, I'm taking a blender or a mixer. I'll be adding my coconut and onion. Well, this needs to cool down a bit. You can't put it once it's very hot. So just going to let it cool down for maybe like a minute. Aerate it a bit. Notice it's not stuck at the bottom, and it's got a lovely hue to it, a nice golden hue to it. This is like half the battle. One, you get good aromas out of this particular spice, and then the spice blend to just accentuate the flavor. So yes, okay, I'm going to be adding this to the mixer, the jar.
Avinash, have you already added your dry spices into this?
No, I haven't. I'm just adding the mixture.
Just
I'm just adding the coconut and the onion. So this is step one. So in here, it's just the onion and the coconut. Now to this, I'm going to add the dry spice. So this is the dry spice that you've all got in your packs. So I'm going to be adding about 3 teaspoons of the spice for this amount. I'm adding a small ball of tamarind. I'm going to be adding green chili, just one green chili in here. Then there is chopped ginger. There's chopped garlic. And I'm going to add a little bit of water and blend it into a paste.
Sir, go a little slower, please.
Little slower, please. Avinash, how much masala do we add?
What?
ask him, do we put the
Yes.
how much masala do we add by tablespoon or teaspoon?
So the proportions are on the recipe, but here what I've done is I've taken like half the proportion of the recipe and then variated. So for half a coconut, I've added 3 teaspoons of the ground masala.
Okay, thank you.
Avinash, could you just repeat what you put in the mixer? Please.
Yeah, I'll go again. So part 1 was the sauteed onion and the coconut. Then I've added the dry spice, which was already sent to all of you. Then I've added tamarind, garlic, a green chili, and water. Are we okay? Are we on the same page?
I have a question.
Yes, please. Shoot.
Do we, so we made the tamarind into tamarind pulp. Should we put tamarind extract or put the pulp?
So, if you have tamarind pulp, you can just add maybe a tablespoon of the tamarind pulp. If you don't, if you have the tamarind whole, that also works. Just ensure that you don't have the seed in the tamarind, otherwise it will ruin your blender.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Okay, so I'm going to be blending this. So we have our
How's it going, chef?
wonderful spice paste ready. You can
Wow.
smell the
Yes.
beautiful aroma of the spice, and you can smell the beautiful masalas come together. So remember one thing, traditionally a shakuti masala needs to be a bit coarse. It's not fine like a puree, like a curried puree as such. So you can leave it a bit coarse, and that's fine, because normally we have it with rice, or we have it with poi or a traditional pao, or even a chapati. Okay, so now we've started, we've got our paste ready. The next step is we start with cooking the recipe. So I'm going to chop an onion. Before I do that, I'm going to start my pan on, and I'm going to heat the pan.
What is that pan for, Avinash?
This is to cook, the pan is to cook the moringa shakuti. Here I'm used a Dutch oven or a Cuiset, which is a cast iron pan. Any pan, as long as it doesn't stick at the bottom. So take a heavy bottom pan. For any gravies or any curries you guys want to do at home, choose a good heavy bottom pan. That way it won't stick at the bottom. And the cooking is nice and even. It's prolonged cooking.
Avinash, would you like some more coffee or water?
I think I have my coffee going.
You have?
Sure, yeah. After we finish this, then we'll probably replace it with a beer. Okay, so my pan is on, it's heating up. So the second part, I'm going to be chopping some onion here. So I'm going to use one chopped onion. gonna have 2 green chili slit. Again, the spice, how spicy you want it, it's one's own personal choice. I keep my spices moderate, not too spicy, not too bland. Great. So the pan is heated up. Again, I'm going to add coconut oil. Okay, talking about the main ingredient is the moringa. Alright, you all know how moringa looks. The whole pod looks like this. We need to wash it thoroughly and then we need to cut it into like 2-inch sizes and get the skin off. Okay. While buying the moringa, make sure that you buy the ones which are the tender ones. Don't buy the ones which are quite quite old, because they tend to be very chewy and very you can't swallow it easy. So what I've done is we've cleaned it up and it's kept ready. So we can start off. I'll start off by adding some curry leaves. I've got some fresh curry leaves out of Bharti's garden kitchen. Oh, kitchen garden, sorry. So I've taken. I love curry leaves. I love the properties. The curry leaf has. I like the aromas of the curry leaves. So I'm going to go a little more overboard with the curry leaves. So I add the curry leaves here. We start splattering. I'm going to drop in my split chilies. Just give it a bit of a stir. Then I'm going to add the onion.
Can I stir it for you?
Yes, please.
You can see Avinash has got a whole array of also local vegetables here which is
These are all fresh from the season, locally grown, sourced from local vendors, and kind of a 5-kilometer footprint. So it's done no harm to the environment. Okay, so my onions are getting sauteed. I'm going to wait for it till it turns a little golden brown, and then I'm going to add the paste into the pan. Alright.
Avinash, I have a question.
Yes, please.
When you're buying moringa, you should see the medium thick or the very thick one. How about the very thick one?
Sorry, I didn't get you. I'm so sorry.
Moringa, some are very thick and some are medium size. So what's best to buy, the thick ones or the medium size?
Medium size. The thick one tend to get very chewy. There's a lot of fiber into the thick ones. So try and get the medium ones. The ones are nice and soft, more pulpy.
Avinash, when did you add your garlic?
I added the garlic in the paste.
In the paste, okay, all right. Fine.
In the paste, yeah.
Avinash,
Yes, ma'am.
instead of the imli,
I didn't get the question.
instead of the imli, can we use any other substitute?
Substitute for imli.
Yeah.
Yes, there are so many of them. There is kokum. If you want to add, there is. If you want to add vinegar. I mean, for meats, I would prefer vinegar. So one can always add vinegar if you're doing like a lamb shakuti and stuff. But I like the mellow souring agents.
what about lime, Avinash?
Lime. If you cook lime while doing your cooking, it tends to get bitter. So lime is always lime and lemon. I always use at the end. So if I had to sour it with lime, then I would turn my flame off and at the end just squeeze a lemon or lime and then just shut it off. And that's it. Right? Okay, beautiful. Bharti.
You guys were here in the kitchen. The fragrance is
Absolutely divine.
divine. Absolutely divine.
Amazing. I love what I do and amazing. I mean, the flavors that come out of of the pan makes my mouth water.
So the fragrances, I have to tease you and say it's absolutely
Thank you.
delicious. I wish it was fish inside that versus this moringa thing. But it's a moringa, so I'll have to eat this food now very happily. I sound sad now, but I'll eat it happily after he fixes it. And I'm going to send him off to the restaurant because he hasn't paid many years. So I'm going to enjoy this food and with rice and everything is ready. So I'm going to have it now. But it's really, the fragrance is amazing. You can get that like true, like organic spices used. I'm going to go and see what it looks like. Avinash,
Yes, so notice that the masala is being cooked. This water kind of.
I have a question. Like,
yes.
I'm like an Indian housewife, I would never leave
Yes,
any of
yes.
this
So
India.
I'm doing that.
So
I'm coming to that.
I would definitely.
See, this is not a restaurant recipe. This is a proper household gharelu recipe. So I don't want to waste any of my valuable resource stuck here. So I'm going to just deglaze this with water so that I can scrape off my precious Anmol Ratan jewel of the.
My mother would squeeze every little bit out of that.
Oh yes, I mean all mothers do that, Bharti. Even my mother, she wouldn't spare a microgram of the masala. I'm being a little more generous here. I've just cut the sizes off. Okay, so I've added about 3 cups of water. Again, now there's no hard and fast rule. Depending on the consistency of how you want your shakuti to be, you need to moderate the water levels. Okay, now it's already starting to bubble.
I want to see.
Come, have a look. Right? It's already starting to have that lazy bubble, I call it.
Yeah.
At this time, I'm going to add my moringa pods to the gravy.
Can we also see the gravy?
I'll get it to you. I'll kind of filter it in another.
Another
Kitchen towel, yeah, no worries. So, move to that's good. Can you all get a good look at it? Yeah. Shall I lift it? Okay.
Can you all see?
Can you see?
Yeah. Thanks, Avinash.
My pleasure.
So I have to go off the point and say we have a very young, budding singer on this group, my friend's school friend's daughter, and she's a budding artist. I think she's going to be one of our leading Indian singers soon.
Thank you.
Also, we have behind the scenes, we have this young man called Aman Jagwani, who is a drummer, and I'm a huge fan of his. He's behind the scenes. I've been told not to put him on screen, but he's a very talented musician, a drummer, and I'm so proud of him. And he even gives classes, so he gives classes all over the world in India. One day I'm also going to be his student, where he's going to run back to Bombay because of me. But Aman is also very talented. It's thanks to him, all this with this technology, we are getting all this high-tech viewer and all that. So I wanted to introduce Trina to Aman actually. So if Trina meet Aman, Aman meet Trina. Aman, you can say hello. We will not put you on screen.
Thank you.
But she is very talented. I follow her on Instagram. I follow Aman on Instagram. So Trina, maybe you should look him up, Aman Jagwani.
Yes. Yeah.
I will tag him next time on a post.
Yes, please.
We have
Thank
all this
you.
talent here. So Trina can sing at the end, Bangla Gana.
Ayo.
Okay, beautiful. I love the company of all you beautiful people surrounding me, and the vibe is so positive. It's amazing. So what's happening to the dishes? I've just put the lid on, and I want the moringa pods to cook in its own juices. It will be impart its juices as well, add flavor to the dish, and we need to moderate and check what consistency we want. Right? I'll be adding salt right at the end. Because it's a vegetarian dish, salt is not a major issue here. But if you had to do it with, say, a meat, then I would advise a pre-marination, say like a half an hour, marinate your meats with salt and pepper or a little bit of turmeric and keep it ready so that it imparts its own juices. Salt also acts to release waters from any meat, so it cooks faster. I think it's osmosis or something which I read some time back.
Can we put prawn? there's some ladies on this group who non-veg but only have prawn or seafood.
Yes, you can do a prawn shakuti as well. You can do a prawn shakuti. It works fantastically well.
Okay.
Yeah. So prawn, meat. I wouldn't say too much of fish because fish is very delicate. So this one takes in a very robust flavor. I would say something for a fish would be like a Kaldeen recipe, which is more subtle and which will complement the fish very well.
Okay.
Yeah?
So I'm like a big fish eater, so.
Okay.
So Avinash, can we at what stage do you add the prawns?
Any seafood is to be added at the end. Okay, because seafood takes maximum 2 to 3 minutes to cook. If you're doing prawn, I would say a minute. If you're doing it on a good medium flame. If you're using like tiger prawns, then maybe 2 minutes. That's about it. Anything further than that, the protein in the prawn or in a crustacean tends to be very fibrous and very chewy.
So okay, so then if I want to add prawns to this, I add it later, right?
At the later stage. So you set your sauce at the consistency you want, and then you just kind of add in your prawns, put a lid on, 2 minutes, just turn it off. That's about it. You don't even need to go back and check because they're done.
So how long do you have to cook? Leave it in that. In Bangla they say bhav. So you
Dum.
how long do we leave it in that bhav to before we serve it? Like if I was cooking, I would left it for 5 hours and it would become like rubber. So if I'm having lunch at 1 o'clock, so 1:45 I put that prawn in there and leave it to cook in the bhav.
So the whole thing is, if you're cooking as close to service, that's the best. If you're cooking earlier, and say you're cooking at 10 in the morning and you're going to have lunch at say 1, then I would recommend you to save the raw prawns, and just before you heat up your food for service, just add the prawns in there.
Okay, so that's a very interesting tip, Avinash.
Only for the seafood, but for the meat, you can go ahead and add it at 10 o'clock if you're cooking.
Yeah.
The more it stays into the curry, the more flavor it kind of imparts.
So can I put there are a lot of vegetarian people also on board here today.
Yes.
So instead of putting moringa, like in big cities, maybe it's not available that much.
Yeah.
We live in the village, so we get it. So supposing I don't want to use moringa, I want to use like cauliflower, carrots, brinjal, and mooli. So I make like a mix of vegetables. Is that possible?
I wouldn't recommend a mix of vegetables for the shakuti, simply because you need those vegetables which are a bit robust for making your shakuti. So I would highly recommend like a medley of mushrooms. Mushrooms are robust, they can take the flavor, they are earthy, right? So if you put mooli and stuff, again mooli's got its own flavor.
Yeah.
And then it will contradict with the flavor you putting it in the shakuti spice.
So do you serve it at Cavatina?
I do something interesting with mooli, which I'm doing today. I'm going to
No, but like in
demonstrate.
the Kaldi, like supposing Jogita goes to Cavatina and she wants a shakuti because she's vegetarian. So would you do it with mushroom for her?
Yes, I always do it with mushrooms.
What about potato?
Potato also can go in, but potato acts as a catalyst. Potato is never a main dish. Like if you do mushroom and potato is like a side actor in the whole movie.
Side roll.
Side role. But it acts as a thickening agent. So you slightly overcook your potato, you get a good natural thickening agent in the starchy thing, and it works fantastic with a poi or with a chapati. So I'm a fan of potato.
So guys, while Avinash is cooking, I would recommend highly you all should try out that red rice which we shipped to you. It's amazing and it really adds to the flavor of the food. We've pre-prepared it because we had a very short time slot. So Aman, shall I stand here and show the rice? I want to show the rice which we've already cooked. It's a beautiful color and it's a beautiful texture. And Avinash will tell you more about it. But this, this rice with the fish curry or the vegetable shakuti or the chicken shakuti gives a whole different taste. So now, why I came to the rice, Avinash will go back to the rice, is that Raj and Ashwini, they ship these packets out. So it's a good source. Like I'm so paranoid about where the produce is coming from. So they can ship it to you from Goa. So if you want to use it on a regular basis. So it's an excellent rice to have. It's very, very healthy. Avinash, can you tell us a little bit more about the rice?
Yes. Definitely, I'm going to talk about the rice. Before that, just checking on the sauce here. It's reduced. I'm going to add a little bit of water here again and shut the lid on and leave it for about, say, another 5 minutes max. And I think we should be done with the recipe.
Avinash, I have a question. Can we add an egg to this?
Of course, yes.
Boil that?
Yes, you can add egg. You can have an egg shakuti. Okay, coming back to the rice. So Raj and Ashwini, I tell you frankly, guys, I've been working with so many vendors. Their product is phenomenal. Okay, the rice, what he's given us today is the parboiled rice, which is done, I think, parboiled after being harvested 1.5 times. So the natural husk and the natural the coating is retained, and which is extremely beneficial for health reasons. Again, if you compare, new studies say that rice is better than wheat. If you are diabetic, they would say earlier don't eat rice, only have chapati or have your wheat. But now it's the other way around. Good quality rice is any day better than a gluten rich chapati. So again, you can cook the rice in the method of absorption and adsorption. Absorption, you add the ratio of water to rice, cover it and just leave it for say 20 minutes and your rice is done. That retains all the nutrients back into the rice. And adsorption is where you add extra water and then you drain it off, and then so I would go for the first method where all the nutrients and the whole nutrients on the rice are retained, right? Bharti, answers your question?
Yeah, you answered my questions very well.
Thank you,
Avinash. And so that's a very good option. And also, like when you're ordering, supposing you're ordering something from Raj and Ashwini, you should order the haldi and the rice from them.
Yes, so they've got phenomenal products as well. Turmeric, amazing. Peppercorns were beautiful. I could say it could compare the one to the one in Sri Lanka. They've got robust peppercorns, black peppercorns. And what else does he do? Oil. I mean, you using it as a beauty product. I use it to cook.
What do you call, so Nilisha also does the oil. So Nilisha, your oil that you have online at Amazon, what are the areas you can use your oil in? So can you please tell everyone, Nilisha? Are you there? Is she there? So Nilisha, are you there? Can you please talk?
Sorry, there was a bad connection.
Yeah, no, darling. Can you please speak a little bit more about your oil? Because in my head, your oil, I can only use it for cooking. But what are the other areas that you suggest people use your oil? Can you talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure. So basically, traditionally, we've been always using coconut oil as a cooking medium. But, only off late, people started demonizing because of vested interest that coconut oil is not good for you. But in fact, it's one of the most healthiest oils. It has around 55% lauric acid, which is really good for immunity. Speaking especially of cancer, there was a doctor in Kerala who started curing children who used to develop sores because of mouth cancer with coconut oil, and it seemed to really help. So even as an immunity component, coconut oil is really good. And of course, it has a lot of application. You can use it for hair and skin, and you'll find some of the most beautiful women in Kerala with clear skin because they use coconut oil.
I second that. I mean, absolutely true, Nilisha. And I also have tried the various oils, right from olive oil, cold pressed, mustard oils, rice bran oil. But truly speaking, coconut oil is one of the oils which doesn't use any chemical process. It's just natural. You dry your copra, you press it out, and you get an extract. Of course, nothing better than an extra virgin coconut oil, which is got out of the cream and it's got a different process altogether. And I couldn't agree better. It's one of the best and healthiest oils. We should get back. Our ancestors definitely did a lot of their cooking with coconut oil, until I say with about 25-30 years that all these other palm oils and sunflower oils were introduced in the market, and then the oil mafia, as to speak, took on over our humble coconut oil. We need to get that back into our kitchens, into our pantries, into our systems.
Bathrooms.
Bathroom and one other thing I
And the
want to ask you
bathroom.
is your extra virgin coconut oil. So Raj, you or Lalisha, do you all do extra virgin coconut oil?
So Bharti, there's no such thing as extra virgin coconut oil. It's only virgin coconut oil, and you know the extra is all a gimmick. Because with the coconut you can only do one extract, unlike olive oil, which they have multiple extracts.
I'm sorry, my extra comes out of the old history of olive oil. So sorry, it's virgin coconut oil. You're correct.
Virgin coconut.
Virgin coconut oil can be cooked also.
Oh yes, yes. It doesn't have a strong coconut. So those who are getting introduced to coconut oil, virgin would be the best option because it's got lesser flavoring agents. Those who are not used to that coconutty flavors.
So in a restaurant like yours, Avinash, do you use coconut oil?
For where I need to use coconut oil, definitely I use coconut oil. So all my dishes which are Goan origin. So I do a lot of my Goan spins. I do tapas which are very much Goan but presented in a global fashion. So I use coconut oil in my ingredients. So like for example, I do a haze smoked mackerel, which was then done by our ancestors and already the recipe has been forgotten. I've revived that recipe back, and in which we brush it with coconut oil, we haystack it, set it ablaze, and then present it in a way.
So I want to talk about the haystack, what you call mackerel that he does. So originally it was done in the farm. It was done. They dug a hole. They used to get the mackerel, put a green chili, kokum, and put it in the ground, and then cover it with the hay. And then used to have it with the lovely like a soup with the dried fish and onion. And my memory of that one event I went to, I will never forget. But what Avinash has done, he's brought it onto the table for cooking dummies like me, who can't get the spelling of correct. And he does it very stylishly on a plate with a little bit of hay, and he has a glass cover on it, so it comes like a smoked mackerel in this individual little platter. So that is a must-eat, must-try dish in Kazakhstan, because he's really managed to maintain that original, that smoky taste which you actually have it if you have it only in the ground onto the table. So that's a must-eat, must-do. And maybe next time we'll have a cook-along where he does this mackerel for us.
Yes, definitely. So as we speak, our moringa shakuti is ready. I'm going to get the pot closer to our audience. So if I can tilt it, is it visible, guys? So you see, it's still simmering. The moringa pods have cooked but not disintegrated. So if you go to cook it for a prolonged time, then you'll have the pods kind of disintegrate and the pods will be all over the curry, all over the shakuti for that matter. So again, this is done. Okay, I'm going to just leave this aside, shut the range off, the gas off. While Bharti was talking to all of us, I've added seasoning. So I've just added salt and a bit of pepper, just fine ground pepper. And now I'm going to just finish this off with a little bit of chopped coriander. Alright, this is optional. Some people don't like coriander, prefer coriander. So again, I leave it up to you. But this is to be added at the end. Now, Bharti, some people want a squeeze of lime. Again, that's one's own personal choice. We can always present some sliced onion and lime on the table to be squeezed and enjoyed later. So we are done with the moringa shakuti. Any questions? Anything? We've I think finished in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I think no, not 15 minutes. Okay, sorry, about half an hour. Okay, so yes, I'm going to keep this aside. I'm going to start with my next recipe. Any questions?
Anyone? Is anyone? I know Trina's cooking along. Trina, where have you reached?
Good job. I think you made it very simple and we followed it to the T.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Sabina, Trina, I think both of you are trying it while you're cooking. So any questions?
I'm about to put the salt and the pepper.
You're about to put the
salt and pepper.
Okay, great. So you're not far behind. So while you do that, we are going to put on the gas and start on the next dish,
Yeah.
which is the mooli.
Yeah, so we're done with the first recipe. Now the second recipe is the moringa leaf and mooli bhaji. So mooli again is in season. We are in the monsoon season, so we get fresh variety of mooli. So I'm going to introduce you to the ingredients first. We've got mooli. We're going to be chopping an onion. Then I'm going to be using curry leaves, mustard seeds, one green chili slit. Of course, the miracle ingredient, the moringa leaves. Now, for those who cannot find moringa leaves, you can try and add the moringa powder, leaf powder to it. The whole idea is it's packed with vitamin C. Like for example, an orange would have vitamin C. A moringa would have like 10 times the amount of power packed in that in vitamin C. So we need to add healthy ingredients rather than take pills and tablets and capsules and syrups. So the whole idea is to incorporate healthy things. So today I'm doing a moringa leaf bhaji with mooli. You can add this to your pulao. You can add this to simple rice. You could just do like a ghee tadka, add your moringa leaves to it, crisp it up and just put it on rice and have it. So it's so versatile yet very simple. So great, and I've got some cashew nuts as well. In this mooli recipe, I'm using both the leaves as well as the tuber, the fruit. Okay, so shall we start? Are we all on the same page? Okay, I'm going to start my gas on. This is a quick and easy recipe. It's not going to take us more than like 15 minutes max. Very quick and simple. So I'm going to start by chopping onion.
And mooli bhaji?
Come again, I'm sorry.
Is this the moringa leaf and the mooli bhaji?
Yeah, I'm going to be using the moringa leaf along with the mooli bhaji. You're correct.
That onion you're cutting, is it for that? Or is
Yes, it's for that.
I need to cut.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I need to cut one too.
Take your time. Take your time. No worries. So I've cut one large onion for this particular recipe. I'm going to slit one chili.
Okay.
Slit.
So my pan is heating up. You guys don't rush. Take your time. My pan is heating up. I'm going to follow the same ritual by adding the coconut oil to it. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. After doing this, I'm going to lower the flame, let the pan and the oil heat up together. And then I'm going to have all the ingredients ready. So I'm going to start off with mustard seeds, green chili, curry leaves, are we done chopping with the onion? Are the viewers with me? Bharti, I think I need your...
Is everyone there?
Almost done with the chopping.
Great.
Okay. So guys, please, because Avinash is nervous that you'll have run away or something. So I was, while you all are cooking, I was laying the table to eat all the food he's cooking. So sorry I disappeared. I was trying to lay the table, so I'm ready. As soon as he finishes, I can just dive into the pots. So I mean, it's what are you laughing at? It's true.
Yes.
And his wife is going to join us soon, and I'm sure she's going to bring some cake for us, so which I'll show you also. Which is an excellent baker. It's amazing, this dynamic duo. So don't go to North Goa, come to South Goa. Their restaurant is open. They make the best margaritas. I just want to tell you. You never walk straight when you leave the restaurant. It's the best margaritas. One drink tastes the same, or one after the other tastes the same.
Guys, this lady is being over the top.
No, it's
yes,
true.
she's got a golden heart, and as she rightly said, the action is in the south.
Yeah, she's
right?
in the south.
The
So
action in the south.
Darshika is on this cooking show with Avinash. She has been to Cavatina.
Okay.
Darshika, you will can reinforce the fact that the food is very good and the drinks are very good, isn't it? Are you there? No, she's cooking.
Okay.
Balti, your favorite is the margaritas.
Yes, I love the margaritas there. It's absolutely delicious.
Okay, I think you guys have done with the chopping part, and we are ready to go with the recipe.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. So let's start. My pan is already heating up. The oil is just below smoking point. You see some light smoke coming out, so don't over smoke it. Kind of. So at this point, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoon of mustard seeds. Okay. I'll let the mustard seeds crackle.
Avinash, where do you source your cooking pots from?
Some of them I order online, some of them and mostly it's online because I don't think you get these locally around here. Yeah. The good part is cast iron again doesn't give you any harmful substances when you overcook it and stuff as compared to aluminium and stuff. So never use aluminium, use a good quality stainless steel or cast iron, that's the best. So
You haven't put the onions yet, right?
no. I've just added a teaspoon of mustard seeds inside. Okay, they're beginning to crackle now. Right? They're starting to crackle. At this time, at this point, I'm adding a green slit chili and curry leaves.
So basically, you have to have a big curry steam for you.
Curry leaves are very good for the entire body. It's good for hair, it's good for skin exfoliating, it's good for the gut. I mean, it's got a whole range of goodness.
Curry crop in your two dishes.
For anyone who has acidity or gas, they can just chew on curry leaves.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Okay, so I'm adding the chopped onion now. Again, so many healthy properties of onion, so it's very good to add onion to your repertoire of dishes. So I don't want the ingredients browning here, I just want them sweating or sauteing. It's sweating or sauteing is a process where the waters are released, not discoloring the ingredient. So I've got the mooli diced up. This is the size of the mooli.
It doesn't get black if you dice it and keep it.
No. And I've also used the leaf of the mooli, so don't chuck it out. You can use the leaf, cut it fine, and I like to use it at the end because it gives a nice green color to the dish and also imparts a wonderful flavor. So,
Avinash, I have a question.
Yes,
I'm a North Indian, and normally in North Indian cooking, when you have mooli, they normally put a lot of hing and ginger and garlic for gas.
okay.
This gas is a big issue in everyone's house. Gas
Okay.
ho jayega.
Okay.
Well, how do you cut that? Is it a myth or is it true that?
No, it could, see, certain things of course are flatulent, some are less. So if you think that you want to add that North Indian touch by adding a little bit of hing, amchur, stuff like that, I mean, you can go ahead. You can add a bit of jeera also in this. But I wanted to keep the flavors very clear. You don't have too many complicated flavors in this, right? You taste the actual mooli and you have hints of coconut complementing it. That's about it. So, yes, the onions are sweating. Again, as I told you all earlier, I'm going to add a little salt for it to release the waters or its own juices a little faster. Beautiful. Okay, at this point, I'm going to be adding the mooli.
I want to see the dish, what it looks like.
I'll get it to you.
Do we make the onions golden brown or just?
No, we don't need to golden brown the onion. We just need the onion to be to release the water. So this is what it looks like. Aman, can you zoom into this? Yeah.
Cool.
So notice the onions also are not browned as such. They're just nice and translucent. They're just glossy. Okay.
Yeah.
So mooli won't take much time. I've diced it up into smaller size, so it won't take much time. I'm going to add a little more salt. I always believe in this word called season as you go. So again, I add a little bit of seasoning.
Where's the masala we sent?
Come again?
Is that the masala we sent or?
No, the masala is not for this. Yeah. So this is a very simple recipe. It's got just clear ingredients. This is enjoyed again well. It complements the shakuti well. So if you're going to have your brown rice along with a robust shakuti, this is going to be like a side dish, like a crunchy, greeny side dish to your the main moringa. Lovely. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the flame and I'm going to cover it up. Okay, I'll add a little bit of water. Just a little bit because mooli has its just a wee bit of water.
So now that we are free, Avinash,
Yes.
what are you doing with this COVID and it's affecting all the restaurants and everything? So how has Cavitina adapted to this new environment?
Thing is ready.
In this new environment. So we're just chatting till it happens, guys. If you have any questions, please do interrupt us.
Yes, please don't hesitate to interrupt our conversation. This is like a home cooking environment. I'm really kind of enjoying this environment. So yes, Bharti, you were talking about the COVID scare. Yes, there is a pandemic. We cannot do away with that. What we can do is control ourselves. So how do we do that? We make sure that we first of all eat the right food. At this point of time, we need to eat the right kind of stuff. So the moringa is a classic example of what we could incorporate into our daily diets, right? As I said, it's rich in vitamin C. Vitamin C is what we require for it being. I think you turn around.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So vitamin C is what we need in our diets today. Immune boosting, healthy, fresh, organic. Forget. Discard all your packet manufactured stuff, please. I mean, at least the children, I would love if they get back to our original healthy cooking.
Yes.
Right? That's one. Second is live in a clean, healthy environment. Follow social distancing procedures, sanitizing our workplaces. See, life has to go on.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't just stay handicapped, be in one place, and then let everything fall apart. So we have to work out. Human evolution has always been, with so many ideas how to go about. So we are getting that extra step and saying that okay, we'll deliver food for you. If you are having elderly people at home,
yes,
don't risk them and get them to the restaurant, but we'll come and we'll deliver good gourmet stuff, good home cooked style food for you at home.
Okay.
We use good quality ingredients.
Yeah.
Like for an oil, I use olive oil and I use coconut oil. I won't be using any sort of sunflower oil or anything. Again, buying from local vendors, we know that they've not used harmful fertilizers and stuff. So they are the ones who don't even know to speak English.
Yeah.
They don't even know to count higher denominations. They're so humble that my heart melts when I meet those people. So we are, at the end of the day, we're going to go back to the soil.
Yeah.
We have to realize that you know, we are here we just share a temporary kind of a workspace, a living space.
Yes.
At the end, there's nothing permanent. We're going back. So we need to leave an imprint for our generations at the back, saying that you know, we've preserved some things for them.
Yes, I agree with you. I mean, I hope people would really take note of this, and especially with all this stuff happening in Mole and stuff like that. I'm so upset about it, but I hope the government actually takes heed to this and does realize we need these lungs for people to survive.
Correct.
So on that note, Avinash has opened Cavatina again. So you have to pre-book and go to Cavatina if you have to go there and eat. So there are some people who are taking part in this cook along who are from Goa. So for y'all and for Nilisha and for Raj. So Avinash has opened. You can pre-book.
Yes, Nilisha. I mean, Raj has been a part of my thing. Then Murray is there. She's been actively.
Murray, yes, you know Murray.
Yes. So she's ordered from us and enjoyed a couple of our.
Food is really amazing. My kids love it.
Thank you, Murray. Thanks a lot.
My kids and we love it too.
Yeah,
so this is the love which has basically made us go that extra step and said, okay, we're going to do something for our patrons. And it's not.
I love the innovation in Avinash's food. We'll take a traditional gold recipe and put it in a completely different form. It's just amazing. It tickles your mind also while eating.
Thank you.
So I want to kidnap him because there's certain recipes which I really don't know how he can get it. I have tried to knock him off. Honestly, I have tried to knock him off with that special that upma, that cutlets and all that. And shamelessly asked him when he's come, Avinash.
I've never said no for a recipe.
Yes, and he told me it never happened. I cannot do it. And another favorite currently after the lockdown when he started doing home the delivery during the lockdown from his home kitchen is that fish mole. So I mean Aman is very quietly sitting near the computer, but it's Aman and my favorite. This fish mole. Aman is not even smiling now because we are not making it today. He's smiling now. So the fish mole is very good. So next time I guess in the cook along we should do the fish mole.
Yeah, I don't mind. See guys, again. Recipes are just a direction, right? It's at the end of the day, I always say, it's the love, it's the energies what you put into the food gives the real flavors.
I love all the food, but it never happens, so don't say that.
No, I mean, seriously, anyone can cook, yeah, anyone can cook.
Our
mother's food, all our mother's food, I'm sure 100% of our mothers cook amazing food, right? Although your mother's recipe is different, my mother's recipe is different, and Jogita's mother's recipe is different. But irrespective of that, each of our mother's food is amazing.
Yes,
the single most ingredient what they put inside that is love.
Yeah. Like
right?
Your son will say, my father's food is amazing.
My mother's food is amazing.
So we're going to have a combination of Jogita's mother's cooking and Avinash's food for
Let's do a nice cook-off, not in a way by, not a competition, by just getting the best out. Yeah. We should have an event where mothers are doing the cooking and getting best individual things out of them, right?
Yes.
That should be our future thing. Okay, great. I'll want to interrupt you here. I'm going to, so the mooli has kind of been steaming because I added a little water, and I'm going to test it. The only way to test it is by kind of holding it in your fingers, either piercing it or just, lovely. It's got a bite to it. I would say this is 70% done. Okay, I'm going to add in the mulika leaves, the mooli leaves to this. It changes color immediately from a white to a good greenish tint.
Can there be a substitute for mulika leaves?
Well, it's the same. It's a part of the mooli, right? So why do we want to include it? It's this.
Yeah.
So you don't throw this out. You don't throw this. You dice it up fine and you incorporate it in the recipe.
Yes, correct.
It's such a beautiful ingredient here. Why do you want to just waste this stock?
Yes.
right? Yes, you can add in. You can add in kale greens if you're doing a slightly modern European take, or you could do your mustard leaves. I would say even you could do your fenugreek methi leaves to it. So the greens you can go ahead. I mean, add it on.
One of our participants wanted to see what moringa leaves look like.
Moringa leaves look like this. So they look like smaller version of a methi leaf.
Yes, Mekina lives in that.
Yeah, zoom in.
And they're very easy to grow. The moringa tree is one of the easiest trees to grow. Unfortunately, we lost ours.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
So interesting thing about moringa, which I forgot to mention earlier. If you see in the villages, especially, the moringa tree was you could find it next to a well. Now, what used to happen is, due to the excessive foliage, the leaves fell into the water, and it acted as a natural purifier. And when you drank the water, you were indirectly taking or directly taking in the elements of the leaf. So our ancestors had a fantastic way of working with things. You know, nothing was waste which was put to use. Like nothing was dumped, and you could see piles of plastic and stuff around. Again, when I say plastic, Raj, compliments to you, Nalla, compliments to you. You guys have been doing a fantastic job of doing packaging in biodegradable, earth-friendly products. Hats off to you guys. Very good. Okay, so
Avinash,
yes.
Sorry.
Yes, please go
Instead
ahead.
of the moody, is there another option? Just in case, because of the whole gas issue like you spoke about and all.
Any tuber. So radish, not the white radish, the red radish. You could, if that's I think the red radish is less gaseous or whatever. Or you could use a carrot, maybe a carrot you could use, but the carrot is sweet again. The properties of a carrot as compared to the radish are two different things.
What about dudhi?
Dudhi is a vegetable which is a lot of water content. So you have to be dudhi is best enjoyed either in a gravy form or a stew form, like a khatkate which we do during Ganesh Chaturthi time, or if you're doing like a sambar, if you're doing like an avial, something which is like a stewy gravy consistency. If you're doing it dry, it won't get out those flavors as much. This is a dry dish which I'm doing today. So I've added both the leaves and the tuber. I'm going to add in the moringa now. So I've got a bowl of moringa leaves, freshly plucked from my tree. It cooks in like 2 minutes, so that I've added it at the end. Okay, at this point, I'll be adding grated coconut.
What can you put instead of the moringa leaves?
If you don't find moringa, see the moringa is value add-on in terms of the ingredients, in terms of the nutrients. So imagine you're adding you can add moringa powder to it if you can order it online. It will give you the ingredients, nutrients required for a dish. If you don't have it, it's fine, it's okay. There's no issue about that.
Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure. So I've added about say 5 tablespoons of grated coconut to this. I'm giving it a nice stir. The colors are so vibrant. You have the bright white of the coconut, you have the pale white of the moringa, of the radish, bright green of the moringa. Amazing. I mean, it looks so beautiful. And then the last ingredient which I'm going to add is cashew nuts. So I've got whole cashew nuts here. You could use broken cashew nuts. Cashew nuts will give an element of crunch to this dish. So a good quality cashew nut from Goa or even from Maharashtra, wherever they grow well, would work wonders. So I'm going to add the nuts at the end. Okay, final stage is going to have your nuts.
Are they roasted?
Yeah, you can dry broil them just over a pan.
I have a question. So Raj and Elisha, do any of you do cashew nuts also? Are you there, Raj, Ashwini?
Yeah, Bharati, not yet.
Not yet. Elisha, you?
I think Nilisha had to leave.
Okay.
I don't think she has cashew nuts as yet also. Because we
Okay.
have smaller, I mean, we get smaller quantities of cashew nuts, but we do a local kind of roasting in coconut leaves. And that we have found is not yet very conducive to packaging. They go a little soft. We haven't figured out how to keep them really nice and crunchy. The ones you find in the market are drum roasted. So it's a different process and more expensive to do.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Okay, so we're almost ready with the mooli and the moringa leaf recipe. I'm going to finish it off with salt. I like using my hands while I use salt. Putting it in spoon doesn't give me that feel. So pardon me for those who think I've not used the spoon. And I'm going to mix it up well. Okay, and the final tip is I'm going to be adding just a spoonful of coconut oil as a garnishing touch to this particular thing, and I'm going to turn this off. A nice stir, and I'll be getting the recipe closer for you guys to see. You see this? Okay, Aman, you can zoom in. Zoom in further. So you see cashew nuts, you see the green moringa, you see the mooli bhaji, the leaf, as well as the pale mooli cut cubes. So it's dry. There's no water contained in this. So you have a nice sukhi moringa and mooli bhaji and a wet shakuti. So yes, we're done.
Avinash, does the moringa make it a little bitter?
No, in fact, moringa adds a little sourness to it. So if you prolong cooking the moringa, then the bitterness might kick in. So I've not prolonged in the cooking. I've just added it in 2 minutes. I've turned the flame off.
So Avinash, are you going to display it for us in your?
Yeah, we'll plate it.
Yeah, plate it. Yeah.
So I'm going to plate the
Plate is the word, not display.
I'm going to let you also help me in this. I want you to
fill the rice.
Fill the rice up.
Okay, fine. And then from behind the scenes, the person who's going to taste it is going to be Yogita Jagvani. Here she comes. She's going to be tasting it. She's going to be the one who's going to get the first taste. You want lime? Okay. Get a fork.
Yeah, so a fork and a knife.
What do you want, Avina?
A fork and a knife for her to taste.
We're getting ready to eat, guys, so just give us a minute.
Okay.
And the stool which I created, all the noise which will come out now.
So,
And I would like to invite Jogita. Jogita, please come and taste it because my palate is totally. And then I have to pick her up and bring her. Come on, Jogita. Come on, come on, come on. Jogita, come on. This is Jogita, the one, the person who actually did all this, and her brain.
I didn't actually do all this. Avinash did all this.
Yeah, but her idea, her initiative. So please, Jogita, please.
This looks just amazing, guys. It looks beautiful. And as you can see, Mask for Smile. Tuk Tuk did not give me a mask yet, so I'm using my own. But I don't know where to start.
okay,
Jogita, please thank him for all the interesting job that he's done. The recipes look so tempting.
Avinash, thank you very much from We Care Foundation, from Vandana ji, from every participant here who is
it's
here.
a sure pleasure to have such wonderful people around me. As I say, it's the love and the energy is what get us together.
Yes.
So I'm going to recommend Jogita by putting a spoonful
See,
of the
everyone
brown
gets
rice.
to cook and I get to eat. It's amazing. That's how life should be.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
going to put a spoonful of the rice.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you.
Can I eat the? I can't put my hands in it. I can eat the cashew.
I'm going to add the moringa.
Oh my god, this looks beautiful. You should take photographs.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I'm going to finally give you the.
Yeah, more spoons.
Yeah, but
I
we
No
have your
I
hand.
think what do you call? Don't feed her too much. I will take photographs.
Yeah. Okay.
So, is
I'm not-
everyone said, could you all like to show us the photographs of what you all have cooked? We can see everyone's dishes then.
Yes. Yes.
Anyone ready to share pictures or videos? Not videos now. I mean screenshots of your cooking.
I can show you I can show you.
Show me, show me. Show Avinash. Avinash, let's look at it.
Yeah. Wow, that looks
Oh
good.
wow.
That looks good. That looks very good.
Thank you.
Great.
And
A round of applause to you. Yeah, very good.
thank you. And this is I don't know what to do. Sorry. And this is the shakuti. Oh yeah.
Lovely. Yeah, lovely. So proud of you. Very good.
Thank you.
That was very good. Anybody else cook?
Please share your photographs. We would like to share it on social media and tag you because
Oh my
it's
God.
something which everyone
This is
should know.
perfect. The mooli and the moringa is too good.
Guys, I'm ready. My his eyes are going goop. Eating this food.
I'm a huge shakuti fan anyway. I'm going to eat on camera. Amazing. Amazing, guys. If you all have really cooked, you all are in for a treat today. This is the best food I've ever had in Goa.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you for all the love. Any questions are privileged. I'm privileged to answer them. And
So good.
anything, any
Anyone
tips?
still in the process? Anyone still needs to know anything? Please tell us now.
Yes.
Before we sign
I think
off.
Bharti, you also can kind of
What do you do?
join in the.
You probably need another fork.
I had a whole lot of fun in today's cooking session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm not going to try it now because I'm going to use my hands once we are off camera, and I'm going to eat like a two Indian, and then I have to eat in a sophisticated manner.
Yes, please.
Avinash, I slime.
This is healthy.
It's so good, yeah.
Thank you.
You You want to taste the food?
I tasted it.
So we don't want to encourage Avinash to eat anything. And now the chorus has begun. Our dogs are barking. I'm sorry. So Jogita's dog and our dog are together. So this is the playtime. So you can't deny them that. But coming back to the food.
Come for the food.
Yes, coming back to the food. The food is absolutely delicious. Avinash, thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank
DK,
you.
Vandana ji, thank you so much. Jogita, thank you.
Thank you.
Bharti, you've been the driving force, of course, along with Jogita, and getting me into the whole act of curating this. Thank you, Raj and Ashwini. Thank you, Nilisha, for supporting us for this cause. And in the future, we look.
Avinash, I think I'll have to go into the kitchen right away to cook this to see, because the aroma and all has made my mouth water so much that I think the next thing I'll have to do is cook.
Vandana ji, Guru ji, I think your brother who doesn't eat anything but meat, today I'm going to serve him this food and I'm telling you it's so delicious. It's unbelievable. It's so delicious having vegetarian food. And now that's my favorite dog barking. Please excuse her. And I have to thank Rajan, Ashwini, who've always supported me through everything, all my projects, Nilisha, and everyone who's donated and come on board for this cook along for a cause. And I hope this is one of our first of many series we're going to do with Avinash. And shut up to my dogs, but I can't. But please spread the word among your friends, among your family. So today we had 12 participants. I hope this grows to 24 and 48 and more and more and more. So thank you once again. Thank you for supporting us, and a big thank you to Avinash and to Trace, who hasn't reached yet. She's still baking my cake. Thank you so much, Avinash, for doing this for us all the time.
Thank you.
So thank you everyone. Thank you for being here, and
enjoy your lunch.
Enjoy your Sunday.
Enjoy your Sunday and have a great one.
Please follow us and like and share this event, because I want everyone to see that you can gain so much from giving. So open your hearts, open your bags, open your wallets. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hey, Bharti, Varka is only 25 minutes away from here.
I know that you can tell.
Please come over. Please come over.
Ashwini, you are always welcome. There's enough social distancing. We are giving master smiles to everyone who's coming for lunch. We're eating lunch in the garden. So thank God it stopped raining, because you're going to have lunch in the garden now. So thank you very much, and thank you for being part of this. And we miss you, Guruji ji.
Thanks a lot, Bharti, Avinash, and Jogita, and Vandana ji.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.